Hi, my name is Jeanette and I want to thank you for joining me on the channel Jane Reads. So today it is that time of month again where I'm going to be spinning my TBR wheel to plan my TBR for the next month. So for this time I will be planning my TBR for August. Before I spin the wheel, there are a couple things. So last month I decided when I spun the wheel, if I landed on a genre, I would spin the wheel again to get a second prompt, and then I needed to combine those two prompts to pick that book because I have so many books in one specific genre. I wanted to narrow it down a little bit. So we're going to try that again this month because it really helped me to choose which book to read. Then there are 3 books that I have received as advanced reader copies that I really want to get onto this TBR. So we're going to see if I can get 3 books out of the 6 books that I'm looking for. But we'll see. So those 3 books are, the first one is Walts Apprentice by Dick Nunis. It is a memoir. Now, Dick worked for Walt Disney. He worked with Walt Disney for 12 years and then for 30 more years with the Disney Company. Unlike other books, like Disney-related books, this one is told from the operations perspective rather than Imagineering. So when I saw this one available on NetGalley to request or to wish for it, because you couldn't even request it, I thought, that sounds really interesting. So it comes out in October, but we are going to Disney in September. So I really want to be able to read it before we go. So that's why I would like to get it on my August TBR, if not, hopefully the beginning of September. We'll see how things go, because then I have 2 other books that I really want to read as well. I mean, I really want to read this one too, but so then 2 other books that I received. One was The Last Way Home by Liz Johnson. It is book number 2 of her Prince Edward Island Shores series. And I have read book 1 and I really liked it. Liz Johnson is one of my favorite authors. And this one focuses on one of the main characters is a hockey player. And so PEI, hockey player, one of my favorite authors. I'm like, I don't need to know anything else about this book. I just want to read it. So then the 3rd book is Crossfire by Lynette Eason. I was so excited to get this book, but then I was also like, oh, now I need to read it. Or I want to read it. I mean, it's on my list. But it is book 2 of a series, and book 3 doesn't come out until January. And as I've mentioned before, I want to read books 1, 2, and 3 together. I like to read the series back to back. So, but I mean, now that I have a copy, I need to read it, right? So I have book 1 and I have book 2. So now I will read those 2, and then eventually I will get to read book 3. But I mean, Lynette Eason is one of my favorite authors. It's one, I didn't need to read anything on the back. I actually haven't read anything on the back because I just know that she's one, I'm going to want to read it. So now let's spin the wheel and see what our first prompt is. Okay, so we've got a contemporary romance. But I said I was going to spin a second because contemporary romance is what the Liz Johnson book would fit into. So let's see what the second prompt is. Can I make it fit? Oh boy. I got a random letter generator. What are the chances I will get an L? I got a T. That's The Last Way Home, right? Okay, so I'm going to read the back of it. So I'm going to read, for this prompt, I'm going to read The Last Way Home by Liz Johnson. It says, when Eli Ross left Prince Edward Island to join the NHL, he left a broken family behind. More than a decade later, he's broke and headed home to an uncertain welcome. He wants to make things right with the family he wronged, But his mom's business partner isn't making it easy. To top it off, the coaching job he's accepted turns out to be far more difficult than he anticipated. For years, Violet has put everything she had into making Eli's mom's ceramic shop a success, and she's not eager to forgive the man who hurt the family that's taken her in as one of their own. But when the kiln at the shop starts a fire that nearly destroys the studio, she'll need all the help she can get to save the business and their summer income. Can these two strong-willed people come together to mend the broken pieces of the Ross family? Or will the ghosts of the past continue to haunt them? Okay, so that will be book number 1. Let's spin again for prompt number 2, or book number 2. Okay, I got a new to me author. Ooh. Okay. Dick Nunes. I've never read anything by him. So that will be Walts Apprentice. That will be book 2. So I've got 2 out of 3. Can I fit the third one on here? Let's spin again. Okay, historical fiction. Well, Lynette Easton book is not going to fit that prompt. So what prompt do I need to go with historical fiction? Contemporary romance? Do I have any dual timeline books? Do I own any? I do not. I don't know. No, I do not. Okay, I'm gonna spin again instead. Historical fiction. I already know I'm reading a historical fiction. Okay, let's spin again. Okay, this double prompt spin is not really working in my favor, is it? Okay, let's spin again. Okay, so I'm looking for a historical fiction that I want to reread. Okay, so I have 3 books in the reread category for historical fiction, and all 3 are by Karen Whitmire. And 2 of them are a series. So I think I'm gonna go for A Tailor-Made Bride, which I have on my Kindle. So it says, J.T. Tucker wants nothing to do with Coventry, Texas new dressmaker. He's all too familiar with her kind. Shallow women, more devoted to fashion than true beauty. Yet, except for her well-tailored clothing, this seamstress is not at all what he expected. Hannah Richards is confounded by the man who runs the livery. The unsmiling fellow riles her with his arrogant assumptions and gruff manner, while at the same time stirring her heart with unexpected acts of kindness. Which side of JT reflects the real man? When Hannah decides to help JT's sister catch a beau, leading to uproarious consequences for the whole town, will JT and Hannah find a way to bridge the gap between them? So, okay, let's try that one. So that one is set in Texas in 1881. Okay, so that is book number 3. I should have been writing these down, shouldn't I? I've already forgotten where I was. Oh my. I've totally forgotten where I was. All those, those multiple spins, they threw me off. Okay, so now we are on spin number 4. I know where we are now. Okay, spin number 4 is my lowest rated on my want to read list on Goodreads. So my lowest rated book is Composing Amelia by Alison Strobel. So this says, can a brand new marriage withstand the weight of generations old baggage? Newlyweds Amelia and Marcus Sheffield are recent college grads trying to stay afloat in LA while searching for their dream jobs. Marcus hopes to become a mega church pastor. Amelia has an esteemed music degree and longs to play piano professionally. The Sheffields are clearly city people. But when a small town church offers Marcus a job, the couple's dedication to their dreams and each other is tested. After a risky compromise is made, Amelia falls into a dark, emotional place, where she finds skeletons she's fought hard to deny. In desperation, she calls out to God. But why can't she find him? While Amelia struggles, Marcus learns news that nearly crushes him. He must lean on his faith to withstand the pressure, or risk losing his wife forever. We'll see. It's rated a 3.64 on Goodreads, but I mean, I know that doesn't really mean a whole lot. So we'll see. It sounds kind of interesting. Okay, so that is 4 books. So spin the wheel again. Okay, I'm getting prompts I don't really want. Okay, so the next prompt is oldest on my TBR. Okay, and that book, I need to look at my notes, because I know I did a video on the ones that are oldest on my TBR, and I have read a few of them. I don't want this prompt. Can I skip this prompt? This was the book I was going to read for September, so... So the oldest book on my TBR is John Grisham, Ford County Stories. So this is a short story collection, so it shouldn't take me too long to read, actually. Let's say how many is in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 short stories in here. So I was planning on reading this in September, but we'll read it now. Okay, so let's try spin number 6, or for book number 6. Okay, newest on my TBR. I can get behind that one. Okay, so the newest on my TBR is, I need to film a book haul because my mom was here visiting and gave me a bunch of books, and I'd requested her to pick up some books for me. So I've got a few. So, I mean, she gave me 7 books this past Sunday when she came. So out of those 7 books, I'm going to pick kind of the one, so they're all the newest because I haven't bought any since she gave them to me just from when I'm filming this. It was yesterday. So the one that I really want to read out of those 7 books is Life Flight by Lynette Eason. This is book 1 of the series. Book 2 is Crossfire, which I said I really wanted to read. So, book 1. So, yay! This makes up for all the spins that I wasn't that excited about. So, this will be the one I read. So, all I really know about this one is it's a romantic suspense with a female pilot, helicopter pilot, and who crashes? It doesn't say, actually. EMS helicopter pilot Penny is used to high-stress situations. but being forced to land on a mountain in a raging storm with a critical patient and a serial killer on the loose test her skills and her nerve to the limit. She survives with FBI Special Agent Holt Satterfield's help, but she's not out of the woods yet. In the ensuing days, Penny finds herself under attack, and when the news reaches Holt that he may not have gotten his man after all, it will take all he and Penny have to catch a killer before the killer catches one of them. So I've heard good things about this book, which I'm not really surprised about because, as I've said, it's Lynette Eason. So I will be reading this one, which means I will obviously be reading Crossfire as well. So that will be 7 books on my TBR for the month of August, which I think I should be able to handle. I think I'm currently on number 7 as I'm filming this for July. So yes. Yay! So that is my TBR for the month of August. And kind of probably the one I'm most excited about. Well, I'm excited about a few of them. But really, I'm happy that I got all 3 advanced readers on this TBR. Because, yeah. I want to read them. Yeah. I have nothing else to say. I'm excited now because I got the 3 that I wanted on the TBR. It took a little finagling, but that's okay. It's my game. I can do what I want. I want to thank you for joining me today and let me know what's on your TBR for the month of August. I'd love to chat in the comments below. Have a good day. Bye.